Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? I'm Mr. Rembrandt, and this is Mr. Rembrandt. So, last episode that I had, which was episode 25, and I might add, there's many episodes to come. I have a lot of special guests, and I have like 8 or 10 recorded episodes that are getting ready to be released. But on the last episode that I did, episode 25, that was uploaded, last episode uploaded, I had guest Dana Lewis. And in the episode with Dana Lewis, there were a few things that we talked about: the Kyle Rittenhouse case, gun laws in America, and mainstream media. So with that said, I'm going to debunk a few different things that were said and get into some clarity and some analysis and break down some objectivity on some of the things that Dana Lewis said that I did not address in the episode itself. So without further ado, let's watch the clip, and then I will give a reaction or analysis on top of the clip, the episode that I'm showing you. So enjoy, stay tuned, watch the full video.
Well, I think we have to be careful what messages we take out of it, right? I mean, if the right touts Rittenhouse as the poster boy for gun control, I mean for the right to bear arms and the right to bear them anywhere, and you have a right to defend yourself and pull the trigger anytime you feel threatened. I mean, that doesn't put us in a very good place. And
first of all, let me just break that down really quick. It's a slight double talk. So having the right to defend yourself and pulling the trigger anytime that you feel threatened are two different things, right? So if I'm in a situation, I could be having a conversation with somebody I disagree with. And generally, if we go into psychology, when you're in a conversation with somebody and you tell them that you're wrong or you disagree with them harshly, the reason why people get offended and people get upset and they raise their voice and people don't like to hear the truth, because people don't feel like you are attacking their ideas in objectivity when it comes to conversation. People believe that you are literally attacking them. It's one of the reasons why I didn't push back a lot in this episode, because I didn't want him to feel attacked, because I understand this from an intellectual and scientific standpoint. So at the same time, having a conversation a lot of times where people disagree makes people feel attacked. So, and or threatened. So if I'm in a store and I disagree with somebody and I'm upset by the things they're saying, I could very well feel threatened. My ideas feel threatened. Maybe internally I feel the same type of threat I would if I was endangered. That doesn't mean I could pull my pistol out and blow them away. So feeling threatened is not enough of a reason by itself in all totalitarian situations to pull your weapon and blow somebody away. It's not the way it works. You have to be imminent. You have to be in direct harm of threat. I have to be in harm's way of a threat. Person coming at me to do harm, where I can see they have a bat in their hand, they're going to hit me with it. They have a knife, they're going to hit me with it. They told me that they are going to kill me. These are direct threats that the outcome would be harm. Just feeling threatened by any type of situation, conversation, somebody way down 30 feet away or fighting, I feel threatened, like my life's in danger. I point my weapon and I just blow everybody away. That's not what you're able to do. You can't do that. So self-defense and being in a situation where you feel threatened are two different things. So that right there is an unusual way to try to describe something. That answer that he gives is interesting dichotomy. I digress. Continue.
And I think that when you look at this from afar, because I'm in London, and I'm also Canadian, and look, you have to understand that most societies do not have people walking around the street with assault rifles.
So right there, he's admitting that he's not objective. Listen, I'm from UK, I'm from Canada. People don't walk around with weapons. Therefore, I'm not able to be objective. Okay, that's fine. Continue.
Most people do not have carry permits. They may have weapons in their homes, depending on where you are. In Sweden, in Canada, you're allowed to have some weapons. But the idea that you go to a crowded place and stand outside, a state legislature or the Capitol building, or that you go and you cross state lines and you go to a protest where there's going to be a lot of angry people because a black man was shot by police hours earlier. You understand that, in many ways that open carry rifle and assault rifles are setting the stage for conflict.
Let me stop it right there. So, also, first of all, when it came to people standing outside the Capitol building, maybe some of them had guns, but nobody ran up in the Capitol and started pointing guns at people inside the Capitol. That didn't happen. And or outside the Capitol. There might be an incident or two, maybe where somebody was seen with a gun, but that didn't happen. So he's conflating different things into this conversation to try to make a point, make his point better, but that's not what happened with the Capitol situation. Also, Rittenhouse didn't cross state lines. While Kyle Rittenhouse's mother might live in Illinois, Kyle Rittenhouse's father lived in Kenosha, which was 20 minutes away from the incident. So this wasn't a matter of him taking his rifle and going across state lines and just to come to this event just to cause problems. Kyle Rittenhouse's father lives there, near there, in that situation. People need to do the research. It wasn't a matter of you're using incorrect analysis and propositions to make an argument. Kyle Rittenhouse's father lived 20 minutes away.
And yes, in the end, somebody might be able to claim that they felt threatened.
Also, I'll just put it this way. In a state that I am where you're allowed to bear arms, generally people bear arms when they might go into a grocery store or something like that. But why would you bear arms if you go to a place where there's absolutely positively zero danger or there's no people? You bear arms when you go to a place that could be dangerous and or be a place where there's large amounts of people, hence that there could be danger. So places that have high amounts of danger or you feel that you could be vulnerable to risk is where you go with places where you bear arms. You don't go to a place that you don't bear arms, that you don't go to a place where that's completely safe to bear arms. Doesn't make any sense. But again, he admitted he doesn't come from a place that has gun laws or even understand gun laws.
That's why they pulled the trigger, but they went there carrying a weapon and then setting the stage potentially for shooting people. And maybe they went there with good intentions too. I mean, Kyle Rittenhouse says he went there to protect property and he was trying to help the police and he's a big fan of the police. But I can tell you from other societies looking in at America, it is just another lesson in a lack of gun control and the complete bloody dangers attached to that, whether they be shootings in schools or shootings on the street. And increasingly, where Americans are in conflict, from political conflict, from the left and right, it sends a shiver down everybody's spine. People are worried about more violence in America.
Just because you bear arms, and I make a point in the video later on, doesn't mean that you're going there to shoot, kill, and hurt people. I live in a state, for example, where people bear arms. You don't you don't bear arms or conceal your weapon or have a weapon in your vehicle or even open carry on your hip or around your neck. You don't bear arms going somewhere to say that I want to shoot people. It's not what you do. You bear arms to protect yourself. And or if you're open carrying, you're letting someone know that, hey, I'm a serious person. Don't mess with me in a negative way. Okay? Leave me alone. So the insinuation that someone you bear arms to hurt people or to cause damage is a negative connotation. It's and obviously is built upon some non-objective presuppositions. That's a complete negative connotation. You bear arms to protect yourself. You don't bear arms as an indication I'm going to hurt and harm people. So that's the first debuncal of his answers. So that's one clip in which I go over a particular piece of the conversation, episode 25 with Dana Lewis. So if you want to watch more clips of me going over different parts of that episode, stick around. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Stick around towards the end so you can go to more clips in regards to episode 25 with journalist Dana Lewis.